All right. Happy Halloween, everybody. Well, it's almost Halloween. I'm shooting this a little bit before Halloween, but me and my stunt pumpkin are going to... He doesn't have ears. I don't want him, hearing this. Turn away. Turn away. My little buddy here, tomorrow, it's going to be chopped up into little bits, boiled, mashed, curried, and turned into a soup. Yum. Spooky soup coming up on the Kayak Cook. All right, you can come back now. Nothing to worry about. You'll be fine. Alright, it's time to commit a Halloween murder. First, we're just going to take and slice our little buddy. Oh, he's a tough little buddy. Take some chunks, rip them up. Good chunk. I'm going to take about half of this pumpkin, which is probably more than I need for a tiny amount of soup I'm going to make. Pumpkin remains over there. So I've got a couple of pieces. I'm going to scrape out what's remaining of the seeds and bits and pieces and guts. I'm going to skin them. Sounds like I'm processing roadkill. And then take and chop the pumpkin into less than an inch square cubes. Again, the smaller you dice, the quicker it cooks. And because you're using a camp stove and you're out in the woods, you're going to want to cook it quickly. So, how do you get your pumpkin into the woods, you might ask? Well, you do a lot of this at home and bag it up and bring it with you. I still got a few seeds. I took all the seeds out and roasted them last night because they're going to be a nice garnish. And just take the old spoon, scoop out the remainder of the guts, and good for the compost. And of course, keep the seeds because you're going to want to snack on those. So yeah, just good scrape. As much of the weird, whatever you would call that, innards. Get down to the meat. All right. All right, time to do some chopping. All right, so I got pieces about 1.5 inches. Get them down to pieces that are about that size. And we just start dicing. dicing up an onion quite fine. And that's all we got really. Pumpkin, onion, a little bit of chili powder, curry powder, coconut milk, some chicken stock, and, well, I'm going to swirl in some chili oil later before I garnish. I like a little chili oil. That's it. Pumpkin, onion. Okay, I'm going to heat up the stove. About a medium flame. Oh, there's a pine needle already. Welcome to the outdoors. I'm going to dollop in a couple of tablespoons of oil. And add the onion. Now he's going to slowly cook the onion, get them nice and soft, and then add the cubes of pumpkin a bit at a time, and then put them on a boil. I just want to get them soft. I don't want any color. They're getting close already. Oh, it's nice to be over the steam. It's a chilly morning. Week before Halloween. Nothing too spooky yet. My partner's house is over 100 years old, and it has ghosts. Just ask our cat Toonie. She sees them. She'll just suddenly sit up, look at the wall, and start meowing loudly, and then leave the room. You know, we joke about it. Oh, there's ghosts in the house. But one of the first weeks that she lived there, she went to work. I heard her close the door, lock the door. About 5 minutes later, I heard the floor in the hallway creaking, as it does when you walk on it. And add the pumpkin, a little bit at a time. And that floor doesn't creak unless you walk on it. I was like, oh, it must be the cat. I started dozing off, and I felt something move on the bed. I was like, oh, it must be the cat. So I opened my eye, and there was nothing there. No cat. So I got up, made a coffee, went for a walk. I just spilled a bunch of, oh, what a crappy cook I am. I just spilled half my, well, not half, quite a few chunks on my feet. Talking and cooking. I'm going to turn this down a little smidge more. I want a little bit of searing on the cubes. Add a little flavor. Bring out the sugars. Alright. I'm going to say about 4 cups, to the point where just barely covering the pumpkin pile. Now we're going to turn it up. Bring that to a boil. And stir in a couple of spoonfuls of the chicken flavor, bouillon, dust, magic powder for witch's brew. All right, we'll just bring that to a boil and continue. Hey kids, stay in school! Or, you know, empty head. Well, things are looking good. It's boiled for about 10 minutes, and now you see the pumpkin is nice and soft, because you're going to have to mash it. Now, if you're making this at home, the immersion blender comes into play, but if we're pretending to be out in the woods, use a potato masher. So now we're going to add in the seasoning. About a little over a teaspoon of chili powder. A dash of cumin, not too much. And let's load up a spoon. A couple of spoonfuls of curry powder. Okay, we're going to take it off the heat. Don't need the stove running. Oh! Gotta clean off my... excuse me while I wipe off the lens. There we go. Next step, coconut milk. Alright, I think the same rule applies with steam and lenses as does apply with campfire smoke and wherever you sit. Move the camera, and I think we're being better luck here. So yeah, the chunks are nice and soft. I'm just going to swirl in a small can of coconut milk. There we go. That looks like a soup. Let's get to mashing. How are we looking? Mashing time. That poor little stump pumpkin. He had no idea this was going to happen. Yeah, this is going to be a nice rustic soup. Soup. Chili oil. And finishing touch. Seeds of the pumpkin. There you have it. A nice rustic pumpkin jack-o'-lantern soup. The wind is picking up. The sun is disappearing. It's time to eat some soup. Looks good. Tastes good. It's got a couple of seeds. Chili oil. All right. There's some chili oil in here. I was actually just joking on a seed, but yeah, it's got a little heat. Sweetness from the pumpkin and the milk. Okay, guys. Until next time, be good to each other. Eat well. Cheers. Happy Halloween! I'd make my head turn all the way around, but I can't quite get that yet.